I'm feeling okay. I mean, it was sad that she died, but I do feel in my heart that it was very unfortunate, and knowing that I wanted her to be the wife of my son, just knowing that her dying and just putting flowers on her grave instead of giving flowers to her on her wedding day just made me a little heartbroken inside. Yes, it is true. I was taking a walk after what happened prior, and I noticed that Ophelia, she was in her very strange state of mind, and I saw her walking along a tree branch over the river stream, and I was in too much of a stress where I couldn't comprehend what happened before. So watching her just still in her very mad state of mind, I just wasn't able to wrap that around my head, that she was acting this way. I felt that I couldn't help her in that moment because I was just too much in my own head and still haven't processed everything that has been happening and that has happened. Prior to her death, I would say, I do have to mention one thing. She did ask for me and in my advice and help. And when she reached out for help, I did decline her, as I was too caught up in everything around that was happening, and I just thought that she was the least important thing. But when I saw her in the main hall, she came into the main hall. Me, Claudius, and Laertes, and a few other people were there. She came in, and she started singing and dancing, and she had a bunch of flowers in her hands. I remember her saying, "He is dead and gone," over and over again, which most likely was referring to her late father's death and how it took a toll on her. Seeing her in this mad state, I just could not wrap my head around it, and it made me feel very heartbroken to see her in that state, knowing that I wanted her to become my son's wife one day. And as she was singing and dancing, holding those flowers, I remember seeing rosemary, pansies, and fennel. And I remember her giving me fennel. And she gave every single one of us a certain type of flower to remember her of, or what she would believe that resembled us. Yes, fennel. She gave me fennel, saying that it resembled adultery. Even though that me and Claudius did have romantic interactions prior leading up to my husband's death, it did take me by surprise, hinting that she did know about me and Claudius's private romantic interactions. So it made me come to think that she did know more than we assume, and it just took me by surprise knowing how much she knew. Yes, me and Claudius did have romantic encounters leading up to my husband's death for 5 to 6 months. And I'm sorry, this was about Ophelia. I think I'm done with this interview now.